Hi there, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. I'll be doing a morning thoughts episode. I want to do random talk on life and stuff like that. So, fair warning, there's not a fragrance review, but I'll show you my scent of the night. Late night is Abdul Samad Al Qureshi's Safari Extreme Limited Edition. This is a beautiful floral, sweet vanilla fragrance, exotic, high end niche style perfume. And I was just doing a list, so I just did a couple of spritz. I'm enjoying that. And hopefully you're doing good and you're smelling really great. You're all ready and set for Valentine's Day. So I'll talk about a little bit of Valentine's Day. What is my experience? I've been in two different countries for like half and half. Like I'm around 40. I'm going to be 41 this year. So I spent 17 years, like 16 years in Bangladesh, and the rest of it was in Malaysia. Then now again, so I think like that kind of like Bangladesh is been it's been like some years now. So basically what I want to talk about is that Valentine's Day fragrance community. I saw a video from Dan Norton. I just watched it. He was talking about fragrance community. Why is it dead? Why is it a toxic place? I want to discuss a little bit about that, and then I want to talk about a little bit of mental health and why world is kind of like unhappy place nowadays for many people. Okay, I'm not trying to impose anything. I'm not trying to tell you do this, you must do this, or don't do that. I feel people are free to do whatever they want. Right? People are free. That's how world should be. People have been fighting for freedom. Like people want to be free for their thoughts, their choices, way of living, culturally, religiously. That's the beauty of thing. If you have actually freedom, everything is beautiful. But nowadays, I really feel we are actually in a prison in many ways by technology. I'm gonna talk random. We are like nowadays we don't have that much playgrounds. We don't used to have sports. We used to have real life activities. Go out there and actually work. Like nowadays everything seems like a little bit of chaotic, isn't it? Like 2019, I think, when did it start? The COVID. It sort of like messed up a lot of things, right? We have lost people. We have lost thousands, hundreds of thousands of people lost lives. There are still people suffering nowadays. It's a shame that we are going through this for now 3 years, right? And it's definitely having an impact on mental health, as well as, of course, people falling sick. I'm still recovering at times from the symptoms. Like often feel long-term symptoms. Like that your throat hurts sometimes, or you have a headache, or you feel kind of like I don't know, fatigue, right? So amongst all this, what's really worse is what has the world become nowadays. It's basically, let's just tell you the raw how I feel. Politically, I feel we have become much worse. Humanity, like human areas, like human rights areas, world has become a worse place. Kindness, very little bit of that. People are very smart, competitive, but very few people are kind. Like without having anything to win or like benefit from. People nowadays just always thinking of what to get, how to get. So you hardly see good souls, good deeds. Perhaps there are, but in the media those are not shown. Media has become such a place where like people make news about always war, where people are being murdered, where people are being raped, or crimes, because they have to get views, right? Those are the things that get views. But nowadays, I usually like go to channels where they have animals, like animal rescue, puppy rescue, baby videos. They do like funny things, or marine life. Somewhere like fishing, something that takes me away from humankind. I want to say like humankind. I'm sorry if that's rude, but I'm also human, right? But I said a few days back in a video that I'm tired of the overall, humans. I'm pretty sure many of you feel like that. If you actually have a good soul, if you have like self realizations that you really think a lot for your future, your kids, the country, these things you cannot avoid, right? So you worry. So in our country is very different from what's is in your country. So overall the world has become sort of like a very unresting place. It's like there's a lot of unrest happening. Some people are fighting. I don't understand how people get engaged into like, hey, let's go have some war, let's go get some like some juice and stuff, instead of just helping each other, building the community in general. I'm just gonna talk, but nowadays people seem to be very hostile, and they just love to enjoy hurting others, or doing something wrong as an unit. And nowadays you'll see the most saddest thing is the majority of people just seem to be the corrupted ones. They come as like a huge bunch and they take down good people like who are apparently minority, which is not true. Of course, the world is still standing on that basis that majority people are still good. But slowly the world is becoming a worse place. Look at our greed. Look at how we chopping down the mountains. Look at how our world weathers are changing, like temperatures are changing, the ice, this melting. Very soon huge portion of Asia won't get drinking water in the next 20-30 years or so. So it's all happening, it's all happening. We're killing the animals, we are taking their natural habitats, and we're killing for fun, for trophy, instead of searching for food, which is the right way about it. Why kill innocent animals and stuff, right? For fun. So we see, a lot of this sickness is the culture even is changing. Like people are not having any normal culture. People are doing sick things, They do something that has absolutely no value, at least to me. They make some entertainment, like they make stand-up comedy, insulting others, but there's no innocent enjoyment, right? People don't have picnics no more, barbecues no more at the backyard, like spend time with their family. People are depressed, committing suicides, and many of the people are just not talking to anybody because they just feel, I'm going to lock myself in. I'm just going to enjoy my like quiet time with my food and my dog, and then that's about it, and then just enjoy my beer or coffee, something like it. That's why, like nowadays, I don't want to meet people. This is what I feel. I want to continue doing my work, keep forgetting, like keep myself distracted. So I have to, when the moment you go out, you deal with people and you see how horrible people have become. And I'm saying horrible because people don't like to wear a mask. What happened yesterday, there's a policeman who came in our premises, building premise without wearing a mask. He's using the toilet here. And when I asked him, why are you not wearing a mask? He said, we don't have to wear a mask. There's no rule. I can enter anywhere I want. So you see, people who are supposed to protect you, they are the one who's abusing the power. So this is what's happening. People are scared nowadays, in my country. I can tell you the truth. But many people like bash me like, hey, you always say bad things about your country. There's nothing good. If there's something bad, there's nothing to be proud of. There's something to be addressed, right? So what can we do as human beings? People can say we cannot do. But if you are aware, you can do a lot of changes. Just raise your voice one day against something wrongdoing. 10 others will stand behind you, and then those wrong people, bad people will be scared. Okay, this is the problem nowadays. We are too scared and too selfish. Okay, so these are sounding like some speech and stuff, but let's just remove that tension. Let's just get into Valentine's Day. I think is like, I saw Valentine's Day back in the 90s, how it used to be, like 80s, 90s. I was in Bangladesh. I was here until 97, right? So I was born in Russia. 1 to 2 years I was there as a kid. Then I moved here in Bangladesh. 80s, 90s, I grew up here. I did my school, first year of college. And that time, culture was very different. We had very simple life, no phones. We had real sports, real friends. We had huge playgrounds. We can be secure in the city, not as bad as nowadays, like the drugs, so much traffic jam, accidents, overspeeding, nobody actually cares nowadays. But back in the time, we were very happy, in a way that I feel we had the best of times. We had, like, let's say Eid Day, like your Christmas or Puja. We had Eid Day twice a year. We'll visit our friends, every New Year there'll be like firecrackers. You can just go enjoy. Wow, so nice. Every year every year had something special. Let me drink some water. Give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes my voice gets dry. So I was saying, like back in the days, those kids who were in Bangladesh nowadays, they haven't seen the life. We did not have so much flashy life. So there was this luxurious life for rich people. We were the middle class. And thing is, like, people were somewhat still okay. They used to get like food. Everything was sort of in the affordable range. Not much corruption. There was definitely some bad things, but nowadays people are straight up evil here. Okay, so I'm keep going back there. But I remember New Year used to be very happy time. Valentine's Day, people would take a rose, chocolates, sweet gesture. Nowadays, yeah, everything is becoming about money. Lifestyle has upgraded so much. People have to go to expensive places to celebrate. But back in the day, I realized love was very simple. People used to write letters. They used to love, and things, there was depth in it. People actually mean something to people. They would have long-term impact. If someone broke up or something, people have long-term impact because those people, you really see the depth, the knowledge, the persona. Nowadays, I see every year people are, having a lot of this parties, everything happy. They're trying to make it happen. But the reality is people have lost sense of loyalty. People have lost sense of I don't know, values, because what do I mean by values? Like, people have become shallow. When you talk about love, it's very easily said, but you hardly see people actually practicing love. You really need to practice these things: loyalty, love, hard work, patience, over the years, grow mature, grow older. So I really wish, those things are more important than a day of Valentine's or presents. Most important thing is loving a person, knowing a person. If you're not interested in a person, what's the point of having different Valentines for different years? I mean, you just keep changing partners and stuff. You get lost within yourself, or like you get lost, like you feel lost, like what am I doing? But I really enjoy this time because it's kind of mid-February. It's kind of nice. The rose is kind of romantic and all that. And people, real good couples, like really romantic couples, you see them sitting and they're just like talking. So they're having this nice dinner, they give each other small presents. I really enjoy that. So nice cold weather, rooftop restaurants, very beautiful. So have a nice time if you're having Valentine's Day with your husband or your wife, how whatever the case is. Have a good time, cherish your memory and cherish your time, because as time goes by, these are the things gonna be in our memory, and the most precious things. Last but not least, totally different topic. I was watching Dan Norton's video a few days back. We were talking on the telly. I called him on Facebook Messenger. We had a chit chat. He was very busy and he was going somewhere. I took about 15-20 minutes of his. Thank you so much, Dan, for that talk. If you see this video, and supposedly I really want to join one of his live streaming and stuff. It's really interesting what happens, but I just, the time difference and all, and I've been a bit unwell for last few days, so I couldn't join. But perhaps soon you'll see me one day appearing on his channel. So Dan Norton is basically, one of the most accomplished and big reviewers in the community. I say big not because of the numbers, okay? Big means the work is big. They're significant contribution to the society, keeping it fun, keeping it real, entertaining. He's one of those reviewers, big contributors to the community. So basically what he was talking about recent times, I've seen the video, that fragrance community is dead, and he gave sort of like few reasons for it. One of the serious reasons were people are toxic. So is that a reason that fragrance community is toxic? Yes and no, in my humble opinion. And this is not a reaction video, but I feel yes and no. Yes, in a way that nowadays I see many people, they are like into this for a different purpose. The whole purpose, the focus sort of moved from passion to business, okay? So there can be both sustaining side by side simultaneously, or coexist. But I really feel nowadays big channels like he mentioned, Jeremy, or let's say those Demi Rawling, those channels are sort of like business channels. Some of them are sponsored by their brand, or they have their own brand they're promoting, and they're just doing like list after list. But I'll add to this point that what is toxic nowadays is everything is a list. Okay, I do a list, but I'll also explain why people have to do this, why reviewers have to do this. But what actually is killing, I feel, instead of real reviews, you want to talk in depth about a perfume. When you show 10 or 20 different fragrances every day, like shuffling, or Invictus today number 2, next day it'll be number 5, right? Or the same old fragrance that coming out, so everything is a list. So that sort of, I feel, is becoming kind of once in a while. Of course, back in the days reviewers did lists, but they meant it. Not everything was a list just to get views, right? But nowadays the main reason why reviewers are doing lists, including me, I'm doing a lot of lists, is that YouTube algorithm kind of is not nice, not kind. They follow very weird pattern. I'm trying to understand it since I got my monetization. I do get paid by Google AdSense and stuff like that, but I notice, if you really do meaningful work, like you did passionate review, I'll just tell you, passionate review, you really talked about a perfume you want to, but it's a women's perfume, it's a classic, but nobody bothered to watch it. People watch it like 120 views, 300 views. After that, nobody cares for it. So YouTube sort of put ads in the videos that are highly watched or highly trafficked, and they promote the channels more, But in recent times, I thought if I do more reviews, I would get better, response. But no. Then I realized, to get paid better, you have to get better views, bigger channel. And what gets views is those lists, okay? This is the harsh reality. So thing is, it's all sad in a way. It's entertaining. You can do entertainment. I did just now a list, but just to get views and then show some fragrance. But I try to put some kind of soul to the work that, oh, let's pick up real fragrances that I want to talk about, not just pretend that, oh yeah, it's cool, So that sort of is a way that we have become a little bit hollow in a way. The whole pattern is becoming commercial. It's more about live stream, fun, like anything but fragrance reviews. So if you do not do fragrance reviews, how will the interest stay? Like Mark, Drag Dog, or Dan, My Maker's Mish, Carlos, Steven. There was a time, the fragrance community used to be like on a different level. It was like such a niche game. People used to meet up, as Dan mentioned, very nicely mentioned. The people met up in UK, States, and reviewers would do collabs, a lot of passion in the work, like really want to do this, there's excitement. But you feel at times nowadays when you see everything is like sort of like those synthesizers when singers use synthesizers, or Katy Perry, right? Once she was playing a flute and it was not her was playing and then she got caught. So when you see something fake, you really smile and you lose interest. You don't feel like you want to be engaged here anymore. Why? Because to many, it's about what really piques the interest. If you lost interest in something and you feel, oh, this game used to be good, now it's a lot about the glamour, but we know what's going on. It's all about the list. Reviewers supposed to make money and who's getting sponsored, which is getting pushed. Then people slowly start walking away. You lose your loyal viewers. You get a huge viewers base, audience base, but they just want entertainment. They don't really watch just your video. They watch a lot of entertaining videos. But to keep the interest in, you have to talk in depth about a fragrance. As a fragrance reviewer, you have to review fragrances. If you are very passionate about your like powerhouses or something, classy perfumes, I think you need to, even despite they pay less money, because YouTube take most of your money, YouTube payment is very low. But if you're going to be doing this for money, I'm pretty sure you're not going to make that much. Not everybody can make money. And second thing is, you won't be able to do this for a very long time. You'll lose interest. So is fragrance community a bad place? No, it's not a bad place. I have a lot of nice people in my group, and I'm very selective which people I let, take over the group, because if you are just like, let's say what I don't like is people are being over smart ass, and stuff, and attacking, and then, kind of like poking, insult at others. These things I feel are not going to give anything positive to the community. Imagine like a drug seller, I really feel a drug addict or drug seller or drug pusher or drug trafficker have anything significant to give to the community. They are just making money and they are just destroying the society bit by bit, So I think toxic people, as I agree with Dan, are something that as collectively we should just avoid. I really feel in that way we can actually save the fragrance community. But people are not the main reason. It's the passion. If the passion goes away, the fragrance community would be dead. And it would be a shame, because things are supposed to be better, over time, not worse, right? Thanks for watching. Thank you very much for all your love. And those who listen to me, I really can tell you that if you can connect with me some days, perhaps I really feel like I could meet one or two of you, having a nice little chat over coffee or a cold one, right? That's what it's all about. Life is short. Make the best of it. Stay positive, do better work, and try to do work that will make you remember. Like that will make people remember you even when you're gone. That's what life is all about, okay? Take care. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Bye-bye.